Neuroblastoma is a very rare form of brain cancer. There are only 800 new cases each year in the United States. Unlike today, in the early 2000s, there was not enough technology to fight this disease effectively, meaning those who were diagnosed in this time period had a very slim chance of surviving. One of these people was a young girl named Maggie Lynn Demas, and this is her story.
My name is Deborah Demas, and I am the mom of 3 children. I have Caroline, Max, and my youngest daughter was Maggie. And we weren't sure about the 3rd baby, but I really, really wanted one. And when we had Maggie, everything was just, our life was complete. Everything was just seemed to be perfect. We bought a second home. We had this little teeny 400 square foot cottage on a lake, and we would do all kinds of fun things, and it was just, everything was great. It was like a little engine that could, busy during the days and fluttering off to, daycare in the morning and going to work all day and then coming home and then having family time. And it was busy, but it was great. It was a perfect life. It was the worst day of my life. I really, literally could not believe that it was happening to me. I was at a conference out way far away at work, and really hard, before cell phones, so it was really hard to get a hold of anybody. And I'd sent my husband off to the doctor with Maggie, who had, we thought, fallen because she had all these 2 black eyes, and it was just, she was really lethargic, and we knew we were going to the doctors, so we just thought she fell and she was sick and not feeling well. And then I got a call. Actually, I didn't even get a call. My sisters came and got me and said, "You need to go to the hospital, something's wrong." And so we went to the hospital, and basically they knew it was cancer, but they didn't know any more than that.
Over the next year, Maggie fought hard, and in 2003, she finally got into remission.
I'm George Demas. I'm Maggie's dad. Remission was a pretty exciting time. Maggie had been sick, real sick for a long time, and going through all those treatments, you wait to hear the word remission. So that's not quite to a cure, but it's getting closer to a cure. So it was a high time. It was fun. It was exciting. I miss it. We spoke to Maggie's nurse that took care of her every day. And, it was a thing where we kind of knew what was going to happen. It was going to probably be her last day, which meant our family, my wife's family, my family, the entire family flooded the house, and, we just stayed together and held Maggie and spoke to her.
Maggie enjoyed many activities like going to their cottage in Hubbard Lake or helping her mother out with the garden in the backyard. But one of her favorite things to do was going to her aunt's house in the summer to hang out with her cousins and go swimming.
I am Maggie's mom's sister, Maggie's aunt, Aunt Juju. I like to think of myself as the favorite aunt. I have a lot of fond memories of Maggie. Probably, oh my goodness, one of them. So Max and Maggie and Caroline were taken care of by a woman, and she was a cusser. She swore all the time. And one day Max was downstairs. He was little, and he was coming up the stairs, and he was being an idiot. And everyone's talking, and we're sitting around the table, and up he comes, and I think George, her dad said, "Max, why do you have to be such and she said, "An asshole." She yelled out, "Why is he an asshole?" And we all started laughing. You're like, why is this 5-year-old swearing and saying she's an asshole? And as funny as it wasn't very funny, because who wants their 5-year-old to be saying that? I think that my sister and I were very close. I think we are, which is why I was very close with Maggie. And I think when she died, I was Aunt Julie. I was the person that Maggie called when she wanted something, when she wanted to go to Target, when she wanted to go here, when she wanted socks, when she wanted coats, whatever she wanted, I gave her because I was Aunt Julie and that's what I could do. And my sister was the one who disciplined her when she was nasty to someone or mean to someone. My sister yelled at her. My sister didn't let her do everything she wanted because my sister thought when Maggie lives to be an older person, I want her to be the best person that she could be.
We knew that we wanted to give back, that we owed society something, and so we decided to come up with, or we came up with the Maggie Lynn Foundation. And Maggie loved to sing, she loved to dance, she just loved to party. So we thought, well, let's just party for a cause. And so every year we would have this annual dinner dance. It was, kind of throwback from the 70s, and get all gussied up and go out with your, family and dance it up and whoop it up like a wedding. There's only one reason that we chose to do, when we created the Maggie Lynn Foundation, we wanted to make sure that no family, or do all that we could to help, no other family have to go through what we went through. It was an awful, awful, awful time. And the time that I spent, the probably 5 years after her death, were awful. They were the depths of depression. It was really, really hard to function with, 2 kids that were in, when Maggie died, Max was in 3rd grade, Caroline was in 4th grade, and there was a lot of parenting to be done at that time. And it was really demanding, and I was emotionally drained. And so when we created that foundation, we wanted to give back to all of the people and commemorate all of their kindness and their lovingness and their giving. And we wanted that money that we raised to help ensure that nobody else had to go through what we went through, right? So we wanted to, what's the best way to do that? Hit the research. If you can, when Maggie was diagnosed with cancer, and we didn't even know this, I don't know if they even told us this, there was a 30% chance of survival. I don't know if I could have survived that time if I'd have known that there was only a 30% chance. Now, the research, because of all of the research, not due to just the Maggie Lynn Foundation, but just general childhood cancer research, it's up to 80%. So, if my daughter had been born 15 years later, she may be alive.